How's it going, guys? Cody, guys, back again, dropping out another video. Right, guys, we're talking prison news, we're talking Pentonville jail, we're talking squalid conditions, we're talking gang violence. Right, let's do it. So the headline reads, prayer time in filthy Pentonville jail erupts into violence between gangs. Link in the description, as I always do. Gang-related violence at an intercity prison has become so bad that chaplains had to run for safety when a gang fight broke out during a service. On another occasion at Pentonville Prison in North London, an inmate was stabbed as he arrived to worship, a report revealed yesterday. The jail's independent monitoring board disclosed the incidents in a report highlighting that 1,200 inmates live in a prison riddled with fleas, cockroaches and mice. It has said the prison remained porous to the trafficking of drugs, mobile phones and weapons, mainly because of 2 broken windows left unrepaired for more than 2 years. Camilla Poulton, chairwoman of the monitoring board, said yesterday, this shows that there are a few areas of the prison life, even a chapel or prayer room, where you do not have to be on your guard. We have officers in services wherever they take place because there are large gatherings of prisoners from around the jail who would not normally come together. In spite of recommendations 2 years ago that all windows at Pentonville should be sealed, only a quarter have been replaced, the report said. It added that not a single external window grille was replaced, despite the escape of 2 prisoners in 2016, as a result of a dozen cells on the wing from which the men escaped had been out of action because of a security risk. Shortage of prison officers or security concerns led to wings being shut down for 3 or 4 hours, half days a week, and problems with gas supplies resulted in no hot meals on some days. In addition, some prisoners went weeks without exercise in fresh air, the report said. Inmates working in the industrial cleaning workshops were covered in flea bites and mice were in the kitchens. Rubbish, including food and feces, were found in gullies below the windows, was a magnet for vermin, the report added. Ms. Poulton said that despite the poor conditions, there were glimmers of hope and that investment in security had been made. A net had been placed over the main exercise yard to stop contraband being thrown over the jail wall to inmates. There were regular dog patrols around the perimeter fence and dogs were used when cells were searched. The Ministry of Justice said the prison is seeing a reduction in drug use thanks to new netting, as well as regular sniffer dogs and staff-led searches. 35 prison officers have been recruited and we are working with charities to better identify and rehabilitate known gang members at the prison. Right, stories there, guys. There's your story. So, like I said to you, again, guys, another prison, another dilapidated prison, another prison not fit for purpose, more squalid conditions, windows have not been fixed, you've got vermin, you've got the cleaners, have been flea bitten, like I said, no hot meals, no exercise for weeks at a time, guys. Something needs to change, right? In my opinion, honestly, if you're asking me, and I keep getting asked this question, will the prison system explode into violence? Will there be riots? It's coming. It is coming. Trust me when I tell you. It's not a case of if, it is simply when. The powder keg that is the prison system has been bubbling for far too long. And like I say, unfortunately for the Ministry of Justice, rather than being proactive, they're going to have to be reactive because it's going to go off. And then you're going to get copycat riots up and down the country. Prisoners are living in squalid conditions reminiscent of Dickensian England. It's 2018, guys, right? Is somebody having a fucking laugh? I mean, nobody cares about prisoners. And they will do. Because by brutalising prisoners and having them with these harsh regimes, no exercise, squalid conditions, rats, cockroaches, mice, right, doesn't aid rehabilitation in any which way. It goes right the other way. It creates monsters, guys. Makes you, prison succeeds, yeah, in desensitising you, dehumanise, demoralise you, and make you even more disenfranchised than when you enter the system. With fewer police on the streets since 1996, since comparable records began, prisons are not working, reoffending rates of costing the taxpayer £15 billion a year. And with fewer police on the streets, guys, and the fact that prison doesn't work, they're going back to crime, and you've got more chance of getting away with crime. Crime's going uninvestigated, unsolved. Do you know what I mean? It just goes on that way. It's fucking mental, guys. And yet it's going off in a chapel, right? If you know that, so if you've got a boy that goes to church and says, well, my guy, listen, your guy that you're after, you head off, I don't know, B-wing, right? He goes chapel on a Sunday, right? You put in a request to go chapel, you go chapel, and you can get them, then you can shank them up, you know what I mean? Or just go at them. Goes on. Obviously, chapel and gym are the 2 places on visits where prisoners from different wings come together. You know what I mean? And it goes on that way. And like I say, prisoners, they don't give a shit about the rules, man. Prisons are lawless places, guys. Prisoners are becoming feral because of the way they're being treated. Do you know what I mean? shocking, guys. Absolutely shocking. You know what I mean? You wouldn't even have a dog live in them conditions, or an animal. You know what I'm saying? Right? You know what I mean? So, but the prisoners have been kept in these conditions. Victorian prisons with Victorian conditions. Apart from 1990, when in self-sanitation and TVs were brought in, it was 1998, 99. The prison system's gone backwards, guys. Absolutely gone backwards. Anyway, this is Pentonville Prison. Link in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe. Cordy out.